Hello everyone, welcome back. It's me, Severed, coming back with a new part of Akame ga Kill Midoriya something, whatever, you know what it is, you read the title. Regardless, let's just get right into it. Oh, well, before we get right into it, just a quick reminder, tell me what you think about this part down in the comments because, that's the whole point of me doing this in the first place. So unless you're doing that, I ain't doing this anymore. Whatever. Just ignore me. Actually, don't ignore me. You can't ignore me. I am the one that talked. Let's just get right into the video. How about that? Now, where we last left off, Midoriya and Leone have just started their mission, going to take down a few drug traffickers and people who take women from the slums and use them as just nothing but prostitutes and some things to sell and toy with. And right now, as they're hiding in the above the ceiling, listening on the people's conversation with the boss, having a lady in his hand, touching her very appropriately, which just gets Midoriya even more sick into his stomach as he talks about all the money he's gathering from this and the potential clients and what's not. Like it's some just objects and toys. Which also Leona got furious about, and she can't wait to rip those people's heads off. And so, Midoriya and Leone jump down from the ceiling, breaking through it, standing in front of everyone getting ready. Midoriya with One for All already active, his black lightning shining as bright as ever. Leone in her monster form, claws out and fangs sharpen, ready to rip and tear like a monster should. As she declared them being there, she said, "Hey there, everyone. Sorry, but your life certificate has just expired. Now, lay low and make it easy for us as we kill you. Or resist. It will be much more fun that way." As immediately, the people pull out their swords and guns and start fighting. Leone is jumping left and right like the monster she is, attacking one person, hitting him in the guts, ripping the throat of another, grabbing one by the head before throwing him on his friend, right before jumping on both of them and slashing off their throat altogether. On the other hand, Midoriya is standing, surrounded by a few of those people with their firearms. He looks left and right. He holds his sword in one hand and looks left and right. They're all not making a move before suddenly one person shoots him with a bullet, but as if the world is to slow down, Midoriya dodges it effortlessly and goes to the guy before slashing him right off in the middle. The guy is chopped as he falls to the ground dead in an instant, while the other people immediately go on the attack. The people with the swords and the ones with the guns all attacking Midoriya, but it's to no avail. Midoriya is focused, deadly, and striking with precision almost, well, certainly better than those guys' aim. And it's not all just thanks to his power or skill, but his Imperial Arm Spectator. He can see all the movements. It almost seems like he has a 360 vision. No one can get to the drop on him, and his other sights are helping incredibly. His far sight and future sight and insight and outsight, all of them helping him to see clearly, clearer than ever before. And I don't just mean that physically, by seeing the muscle movements in the people's arms and bodies, allowing Midoriya to decipher exactly what are they going to do before they even realize what they're going to do. And with the help of One for All and this amazing speed boost that it gives him, it's already, they probably are just as slow as turtles. Right now he has 18% of One for All active, and right now he's over his limit, going to 20%, putting some strain on his body like how he usually trains. But every time he takes a life, it feels heavier on his chest, yet at the same time he continues as if it's nothing. It feels odd. This blood is splashing all around. He can feel it splashing on his face and on his sword. Yet he's focused, unbothered by it, even going lusting for it. Perhaps that's the wrong description of it, but it's an odd feeling that he can't describe. And when everything is over, There was only one person remaining that Leone grabbed by his neck, holding him up with one hand as Midoriya finishes off one last person by stabbing the sword right into his heart and pulling it out as he takes a deep breath and exhales. As he looks into Leone saying, "You're done?" As Leone said, "Just one last person." As the guy is choking while Leone is grabbing into his throat, he said, "Oh, please, I beg you, take everything. I'll give you anything. Money, women, drugs, what is it you want?" As Leone said, "Money, drugs, those things are only for the foolish and stupid little disgusting pigs like you. I'm interested in something a little more personal. Perhaps you haven't heard me before, but I already told you. Your life certificate has been expired, and I'm just here to collect your debt." As she was about to draw her fist straight through the guy's chest, but Midoriya stops her, saying, "Wait." He grabs into her arm and Leone said, "What is it? Don't tell me you're starting to get soft now on this." As Midoriya said, "It's not that. It's just, he's a drug trafficker, right? We don't know where his source is. If we can kill him, yes, but that wouldn't stop them from getting more drugs through their route. I suggest we try and get information out of him." As he said, You want me to tell you? No way. They'll kill me if I tell you." As Leone said, "And you think we wouldn't?" As he chokes a little more, he even starts spitting out some blood. As Midoriya said, "Easy on him, Leone. Let me try something." As Leone said, "Fine, suit yourself. But I'm killing him." As she dropped him on the ground, he's coughing as he then looks up into Midoriya. And as he looks up into Midoriya, staring into this kid's face, such a young and gentle face, yet that face is covered in blood and with a stare as emotionless as ever. As the guy was stupid enough to try and pull a gun out of his pocket before his hand immediately got chopped off in a second. He didn't even realize when his hand got chopped off. He just saw it roll on the ground before Midoriya grabs the guy by his face and asked him a question saying, "Where is your route for those drugs? And who's your supplier?" As Midoriya simultaneously used his ability, insight, to look into the guy's mind. Because once you ask a question, the human brain cannot help but start pondering that question. It comes into the front of the mind. If you tell somebody to imagine the sunglasses or describe it for them, they instinctively start thinking of sunglasses. And the same logic applies here. The same logic that Midoriya just used. And lo and behold, it worked because the guy started thinking about his route and his supplier. Thinking of how it will be horrible if they figured it out, and how the guy will kill him if he even dared to speak up, the torture he'll be going through. But then Midoriya drops the guy as he said, "I got it." As Midoriya names the route and the person and the supplier and everything, as the guy is like, "Oh, how did you?" As Leone said, "Guess you weren't that great. Now." As she cracks her finger saying, "Where were we? Oh yes, this is for my friend." As she crushes the guy's ribs, leaving him to suffer an internal bleeding. He'll die in minutes. Hell, maybe die even in seconds. Those seconds will be very painful, but they will be nothing compared to the pain those girls felt. Regardless, she turned off her transformation after her and Midoriya finally ran out of the place, cleaned themselves somewhere. Right now they're walking down the park, with Leone said, "Well, that was a great mission," while Midoriya said, "Those girls, what will gonna happen to them?" As Leone said, well, that's not really our problem, nor is it our business. After all, we're just assassins." As Midoriya said, "There must be a way that we can help them. Anything? We just left them back there." As she said, You mean I had to drag you out of there before you suggested trying to take them all out of there? As Midori said, I know it's difficult, but I just... As Leona said, okay, fine. Stop with the sobbing little baby cry. I know a doctor somewhere nearby. I'll, inform him about the girls later. He'll be sure to help them. He always was very, nice to pretty girls. As Midori said, really? As Leone said, yeah. But I'm just helping because one of them is my friend of mine. It would look suspicious if she's the only one that gets help, so I'll just have to help everyone, I guess. As she looks into the opposite side while blushing, while Midori said, I know you had You're very nice, Leone. Very kind. As Leone said, I'm not that kind. As he said, no, really. After all, I'm happy that you're offering a hand of help. You offered a hand of help to me when I first came here and everything, and you always supported me so far. And now you're helping other people. I'm so happy to see you doing such thing. Honest. As she looks at him and blushes a little while saying, hey, what about you? Look at you. You killed a bunch of people and you don't seem half sad about it. Have you finally accepted the whole thing? As suddenly Midoriya is reminded. And in that second, that gentle, beautiful, sunshine smile that he just had that Leone loved disappears in a second as he looks down into his hand, feeling off. He always feels off ever since he came here, ever since his first murder. Or kill? Murder? Which one is it? He doesn't know. He feels off. One for all feels off. His mind feels off. His body feels off. Everything feels off. As Leone just allowed all of that to surface back up while she said, hey, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to bring Midori. It's alright. It's okay. I have to deal with it. As he puts his hand down, saying, you're right. You're all right. You said that I can't be a hero here. I already killed people. And I have to fight if I want to return to my world. But at the same time, I talked to Shell and she helped me. She helped me try to see things from a different way, see the full part of the glass, or something like that. So instead of thinking of the people that I'm killing, I just think of the people that I'm saving by ending those people who cause others suffering. Like the girls we're just saving. Right, Leone? As he looks into Leone with a smile that seems forced, yet still have that bit of little innocent in it. It's a little innocent that is barely holding together, and she noticed his hand shaking a bit. While he continues saying, it's all alright, I'm fine. I promise. I'm just happy that I can still be somewhat of a hero even here. And I'll just continue doing what I'm good at, helping others, regardless of where I am. As Leone looks at him, looking up into the star before she said, hey, Izuku. As he looks back into her saying, oh, yeah? And then she gets closer. She whispers into his ear. As Midoriya can feel her hot breath on his ear, she continues saying, that smile of yours? It's so cute. And you look so lovely when you do it. As then she proceeds to lick his ear, which got Midoriya so jumped. He jumps so far away from her, saying, what the? Why did you? As Leone starts chuckling, saying, it's too late for you now. I already marked my territory. So when you grow up to be a handsome man that you are, You'll be all mine for the take, baby. As Midoriya's as he starts turning around, saying, "Theory, I, I, but I'm not gonna." As Leone starts chuckling, saying, "Now that's the you that I know." As she slaps him on his back, saying, "Don't worry, I'm not gonna do anything weird to ya. Not yet." As he gets even more red, saying, "What are you talking about? It doesn't make sense." She said, "You'll understand when you grow older. What are you, like 16 now? I can wait. I am a very patient woman after all. Come on, let's get back to the hideout. I'm sure Shell would like to talk to you and hear all about your great, mission and how good you helped everyone. You didn't even get scratched this time. Usually you return with a lot of bruises and injuries." As Midoriya said, "But I'm not gonna stay here forever." As he's trying to hide his face while looking in a different direction. While Leona said, "Who knows? It's been a while since you are here. But we'll make sure that you return to your home as soon as possible. Now come on, be quick on your feet." As she immediately turned on her monster transformation, and Midoriya quickly follows with his one for all, still touching his ear a bit. That was weird, but he can understand that what Leona was trying to do is just try to cheer him up. And he's thankful for it. For now, he needs to tell all about his great accomplishment for Shell. She would love to hear about it. Or at least she would have. Because when both of them return to the hideout, later that night, they are waiting for Shell and Mine to return from their mission. And, well, they certainly returned. Or Mine certainly returned, because Shell is not here. Midoriya and the rest of Night Raid are standing outside in the middle of the rain, pouring on their heads. Midoriya in the middle. His eyes are wide open, and because of the rain, you cannot see if it's the rain that's falling on his face, or is it his tears because the shock is too much. Mine already told them. Shell is dead. As Midoriya is in disbelief, denial, and quickly turns into anger as he said, "What? No way. Mine, is this one of your mean jokes? Please tell me Shell is hiding somewhere in the trees. Right? Right?" As a very shaken smile finds its way on his face, with the tears start running down even faster. He gets closer into Mine, grabs into her shoulder, saying, Where is Shell? Mine? Tell me, please. Say this is a joke. Don't tell me she's... Come on, Mine. Please, As immediately, someone punched him straight in the face, Bulat causing Midoriya to fall on the ground, and Midoriya grabs into his face as he looks into Bulat that's standing above him, saying, Damn it, Midoriya! We told you this would happen. This is your first day, remember? We're assassins! Get your shit together! Anybody of us can die at any moment, and this is just a proof to you. So stop crying! Stop crying. As Midoriya looks into Bulat, his fist is shaken, and his eyes are obscured by his hair as Midoriya said, But... Shell! She can't be dead! Who did it? Boy, tell me, as Bulat immediately grabs him by his shirt, lifts him up, saying, What are you gonna do if you figure that out? What? Are you gonna go take revenge for her? Kill that person? Murder him? As Midoriya's eyes widening, while Bulat continues saying, Have you forgotten what you're here for? Are you gonna let go of that part of you? I know that you're the best of us here, Midoriya. The only reason why you're better is because that part of you refuses to die no matter how many times this world tries to hit you with it. No matter how many times it tries to push you down, you still hold into that part. Are you telling me you're gonna let go of it now? If you will, then why do you bother even returning to your world? When none of you left to return in the first place? As Midoriya's heart feels as if it's getting hit. And I should have been there to what? Help? Save her? Well, you weren't there. And it's not your fault, so stop blaming yourself for everything. When you're done letting those tears out, come back to the hideout. Dinner will be ready in 5 minutes. As everyone already goes in, they all leave Midoriya under the pouring rain while Mine looks over her shoulder to Midoriya on the ground, still yelling, screaming, crying. Shell was so nice to him, even though he didn't know her for that long. She was the nicest of them all. She couldn't just die like this. Please. What did I ever do to deserve this? What's the matter with this world? What is the matter with this place? As he slams his fist into the ground. And all of Nitrate can hear the shake. They feel the entire hideout shaken. And Lavak says to everyone saying, was that? As Najinda said, don't. Let him have it. He needs this to learn. And, well, Leone is a little sad. Everyone is sad. Not just for Midoriya, but for Shell. In the end, everyone goes to their sleep, including Midoriya. A sleepless night, that is, because he couldn't even close his eyes. Everything feels wrong, and he's still barely holding into his tears, and so perhaps he should go drown his sorrows in food. He goes into the kitchen to try and grab a snack since he really haven't eaten his dinner. As when he goes in, he sees Akame rummaging through the fridge. As he's, Akame, you're here? As she said, Midoriya, you couldn't sleep too? As he said, no, I was thinking of Shell. Is that? As Akame nods her head saying, yes, this is Shell's favorite snack. The members of Nitrates aren't exactly members of the revolution. We're hidden members. We don't exist in the records, so no one really knows that Shell's dead. If I need to keep holding into some of her memories to ensure that she's still alive. As Midoriya finds that very amazing of Akame. Her friend just died. Someone who she must have spent a lot more time than him with her. Yet, he didn't even see her shed a tear. As Midoriya said, you're amazing, Akame. I don't know how you do it. You're obviously younger than me, yet here I am, crying over somebody who I met a few weeks ago when someone who you probably worked in more than enough time to be such close friends and even family with, died, and yet you haven't even shed a single tear. I feel so stupid in comparison. You're so strong. And hard as a rock as well. You must have... I can only assume you got used to this kind of... As before he can continue, the plate in Akame's hand falls, and her hands start shaking vividly. As she said, used to it? You're saying that I get used to it? As she grabs Midoriya by the collar, saying, the killing, the smell of blood, the restless nights and sleepless hours, hearing people yell my name in my dreams as they damn me to hell because I took their lives. You can get used to all of this, but seeing your friend die, you never get used to it. Never. No matter what. But you just have to put it in. You are an assassin. I'm an assassin, Midoriya. I need to turn things on and off whenever. That's something I have to do constantly. But I just want to cry about her. I loved Shell so much. She was my friend. I miss her. I want her here. As Midoriya sees Akame dropping on her knees, grabbing into his leg, while he just stands in shock looking at the distance. What an idiot he is! To think that Akame doesn't feel sad, to think that she doesn't feel horrible, 1,000,000 times more horrible than him? What kind of senseless, emotionless, absolute fool is he? As he immediately punched himself in the face for it, saying, "Damn it!" As he punched himself again, saying, "Stupid! Idiot!" As then he just slammed his fist against the table, saying, "Idiot fool!" As he slammed his head to the wall, saying, "You emotionless freaking bastard!" As he punched himself one last time, saying, "You thoughtless prick!" As Akame just surprised, she see Midoriya's face bleeding. His forehead is bleeding. His hand, his knuckles are hurt and red. As he immediately stands in front of Akame, he falls on his knees right in front of her as he said, "I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I made your pain seem pointless. It was so thoughtless of me to ever assume that you aren't suffering worse than anything I'm suffering. But I'm not gonna accept it anymore. I won't accept half victories and almost wins. From here on out, this is a promise. A promise to survive till the end and to protect all of Nitrate as well. I promise that from here on out, I will accept nothing less than," as he looks straight into her face with a determination of 1,000 miles and the stare of steel, saying, "I will accept nothing less than an absolute victory." As Akame is left silent. And this one gonna leave it off, guys. Don't forget to tell me what you think about this part. And what do you think will gonna happen in the next part? Well, I have nothing more to say then. Severed was here.